All right, everybody, we're here live with you. We're about to get the play-by-play going for the Packers game right now on CBS. I'm not able to watch it yet. We got overtime between Ravens and Bengals as Lamar Jackson was at the 50-yard line, dropped the snap. Bengals pick it up, play conservative, kick a 53-yard field goal. The hold was kind of bobbled. They missed the field goal wide left, and on the first play of the Ravens' next drive, Derrick Henry runs it 51 yards down inside the 10-yard line. And that is where the Ravens are set up at now with first and goal. Any kind of score wins this football game for them. As it looks like the Packers had to punt on their first drive. Looks like the Rams have it 3rd and 3 at their own 41-yard line. As on 3rd and 3, Stafford throws it incomplete, looking for Tutu Atwell. It would be 4th and 3 for the Rams, and they'll have to punt it back to the Packers. So 2 punts, 3 minutes into that game so far. As on first and goal, the Ravens are going to send Justin Tucker out to try and win the game. 24-yard field goal from the left hash. It kicks up, and it's good. The Ravens win 41-38. Incredible comeback. We're down by 10 in the fourth quarter, 38-28. All odds against them. Looked like they were going to lose in overtime as well. Somehow they stay alive. And the Ravens win the football game 41-38. They improved to 4-1. I believe that only loss coming to the Chiefs week 1 by a toe. The Ravens are a big toe away from being 5-0. But a good win, therefore, the Ravens, as we'll be switching over to the Packers game soon, hopefully, as the Rams have punted the ball back to the Packers, a holding on Green Bay, so they're going to start at their own 4-yard line. That's where they'll have it 1st and 10 with 11:50 to go in the first quarter there. But I believe they're going to be on a commercial break, so we're going to take one with you guys real quick, finish it and everything set up quickly, and we'll be right back on with you in just a second. All right, so we're back. As first down, they find Malik Heath for a 7-yard catch. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 3. Love in his second game back now. Not a great performance last game as Jacobs up the middle will pick up 4 and a first down for the Packers out to the 15-yard line. Love in his second game back last week against the Vikings. Not a great game for him at all. Just really struggled in that one. In the first half at least. In the second half, played a little bit better, but did throw an interception that kind of costed the Packers the game and kind of ended the comeback. But hoping to see a lot better out of him today as he's 2 for 3 for 11 so far in this one. Dropping back to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to find his man. It's Jaden Reed for a gain of about 4. Bring up now a 2nd down and 6. Let me know how you guys fantasy football teams are doing in the comments. Let me know how those are doing. Pulling up mine now. I already have 100. Let's see, I got 121 points so far my Dynasty League, a 58% chance to win. Burrow put up 35 for me as Jacobs on second 6, going to run it ahead for 7, first down, Packers. Derrick Henry got me 16.5. Pittman got me 14.7. Kincaid got me 5.4. Brian Thomas, 25.45. McPherson only got me 2 because he missed that field goal. He would have been at 4, but oh well. Myles Garrett got me 0. Zaire Franklin got me 18.5. And Julian Love so far for the Seahawks is already up to 4.5. So we're looking good. Still to play is Alvin Kamara tomorrow. As Reed on the end around, and he's going to have, I thought he was going to be pushed out sooner, but he ends up picking up about a gain of 7. So, yeah, still to play in the Dynasty League is Kamara tomorrow. In play right now is Tucker Kraft, Julian Love, and Jordan Whittington, wide receiver for the Rams. So I need Cooper Kupp to hurry up and get back. I had him and McCaffrey to start the season. Cooper Kupp's on my IR. McCaffrey obviously is probably not going to play all year. I ended up trading him for Derrick Henry. I got Derrick Henry and I believe a second-round pick next year. As Jacobs on 2nd and 2, a big run up to the 45. So he'll pick up 11. Packers run rushing offense, second in the NFL, 174.5 yards a game. The Rams ground game defense, 164.5 yards a game, the worst in the NFL. As the pass, he was looking for Kraft on that one, couldn't get it to him, incomplete. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 here. Let's see, in the Eliminator League, put up 72 so far. Let's see, Keon Coleman got me 11.9. Kate Otten got 7.4. Zay Flowers put up 19. Kyle Pitts 15.8. Commanders defense put up 14. In play right now, I have the Packers kicker, Narvison, Tyler Lockett, and Brock Purdy. Still to play is Ezekiel Elliott and Alvin Kamara. Down by 6, okay. As a deep throw, looking for Jaden Reed. Did he catch that football? How did he catch that in triple coverage? Jaden Reed comes down with the ball. What a play. As that'll set the Packers up at the 2-yard line. A gain of 53 yards. Terrible. I say terrible decision. Perfect pass from Jordan Love. I don't know how Jaden Reed caught that football. I don't know how he caught that football. So 1st and goal from the 2-yard line here. To give to Jacobs. Stopped originally. Now he's going to bounce it outside. He's got a gap. Can he get there? Waiting on the signal. Touchdown. Oh, Michael, it's the same. I texted you. It's the same link. You can go ahead and join now if you want. I didn't think I was going to be able to do the first half, but ended up I was able to. So yeah, you can go ahead and join if you want. So crazy stat. First touchdown for Josh Jacobs as a Green Bay Packer. But he's got the first one. And looking to get more. They're reviewing it, but that's going to be a touchdown. And the ruling on the field stands. It is a touchdown. So the Packers up 6-0, extra point on the way, and it is up, and it is good. 7-0 Packers. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with you guys in just a moment as Michael will be joining us as well. All right, so we are back from the break. Michael will be here with us in just a second as the Packers with an early 7-0 lead on the Rams. Incredible 53-yard catch from Jaden Reed to set the Packers up at the 2-yard line. Next play, Josh Jacobs tried to go up the middle. It was stuffed. He then bounced it outside and won the race to the pylon for the touchdown.
Okay, I should be up and running now.
There we go. I got you. As the kickoff is away and will be into the end zone for a touchback.
You're about 15, 20 seconds ahead of me, something like that.
Okay. As the Ravens somehow managed to keep the parlay alive earlier today. I don't know if you caught the end of that one. What
No,
an
I
ending!
didn't.
What
I
an
haven't
ending
watched.
to that game.
I have not watched any NFL today yet because of the Browns.
I got you. As Tutu Atwell with the catch on first down with Stafford rolling to his right, going to pick up about 7. They'll give him 8. Be second down and 2.
Can we
So
have Joe Flacco back?
the Ravens were down 10 with about 8 minutes to go in the game, I think. In the fourth quarter, they ended up getting a touchdown and a field goal. They tied it up at 38. Then they got the ball to start overtime. They worked it past midfield. Then Jackson fumbled the snap. The Bengals picked it up, ran it back a little ways, played conservative, set themselves up for a 53-yard field goal, but they missed it. The holder dropped the ball like right as the guy went to kick it. Right as McPherson went to kick, dropped the football, and so he missed it. Well, then the first play of the Ravens' drive after the missed field goal, Derrick Henry ran it 51 yards, I think it was, down inside the 5 and set Justin. They kicked the field goal on 1st and goal.
Can the Browns have Joe Flacco back, please?
Honestly, yeah.
It.
As a big play down the field to Tutu Atwell sets the Rams up at the Packer 38, 1st and 10. And there goes Kyren Williams inside the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10, down to about the 7-8 yard line. First down for the Rams, a big run for Williams on that one.
I'm officially no longer a Browns fan.
Sometimes your teams will have you feeling like that, where you can't even watch them. You can't watch them yet. Every Sunday you're going to go turn the TV on and watch them anyways.
Yeah.
That was the longest run for Kyren Williams this year, 30 yards. They give it to him again from the 8, and he's going to get to the 5. He'll pick up 3.
They better fire Ken Dorsey. I'm saying that right now.
I'm honestly surprised they haven't already.
Touchdown 49ers. They just took a 7-10 lead over the Cardinals. I actually have Cardinals winning that game and surprise game of the week.
I could see. I think a lot of people are kind of down on the Cardinals because they got blown out last week by the Commanders. But I think that they're still a solid team. As Williams, second goal, going to get down to the 4. They had marked him on the 6 on the last one.
Hey, Jacksonville finally won a game.
Third and goal from the 4-yard line for the Rams now.
Jacksonville won.
I know. I'm glad. My Jags finally got a win. I'm a Packers fan, but follow the Jaguars very closely just because they have a good bit of Clemson players on their team. So as a Clemson fan, I watch them, and they're pretty close to me here in South Carolina, so I like the Jaguars. Stafford to throw on 3rd and goal, looking to the end zone and overthrows everybody. So it'll be 4th and goal, decision time for Sean McVay now.
He'll probably go for it.
It looks as if they're leaving the offense out there.
He's pretty aggressive, so they'll probably go for it.
I think they will. They're 4 for 7 on 4th down this year. They got it 4th and goal from the 4. Stafford in the shotgun, Williams to the right. Parkinson in motion now. Stafford going to throw again. Looking end zone, overthrows his man again. Was looking for Parkinson again. Incomplete pass, and the Packers will take over at their own 4-yard line. So a 92-yard touchdown drive. Or no, not 96. They started here on their last drive as well. Yeah. At their own 4 because of the hold. So 96 yards the last drive. We'll see if they can match it again. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with you guys.
Just a second. Don't know if you saw it quick, but the Seahawks just had a 101-yard fumble return for a touchdown.
I did see that. I just got the notification for it. Crazy.
All right, we are back. Love from the shotgun. Hands it off up the middle for about 6, maybe 7 on the carry.
You jump back ahead of me now.
Oh, I'm ahead of you now?
I just got back from commercial.
2nd and 3, Love in the shotgun. Hands it off again. Trying to get to the outside. Makes a man miss. Maybe 2.5 yards. It'll be 3rd and about 1.
Well, now mine skipped ahead of you and just caught back up, I guess. The 3rd and 2 pass was incomplete for Jaden Reed, so it's going to be 4th and 2. Packers going to punt it away. Whelan standing in his own end zone at a 41-yard punt the last time.
So I still can't believe that Vandy beat Alabama.
I can't either. Is the Packers, I don't know what they were doing. They get a delay of game here. They were set up. They just wouldn't snap the football. So now they're going to back it up 5 yards. They were set with like 8 seconds to go on the play clock. I don't even know. But they're going to have to punt it from, I believe, the 8-yard line now.
That was Vandy's first ever win over a top 5 team.
I saw that, yeah. They were
like 0-60 before.
A high snap. What a catch. They're blowing the whistle dead. Now he stepped out of bounds. There's a flag down.
Oh, Lord. This is a. By the way, that was not a delay of game. If you go back and watch that, he got the snap off a second before that clock hit 0.
Well, the center still had the football. But he was in the motion of snapping it, but he hadn't let go of it yet. As what a catch from the punter, but there was a flag down. I'm not sure what exactly the flag was. I didn't hear, but what a catch from the punter. That ball
What's
was
next?
as
The
high as
legal
the
formation.
crossbar. As the penalty will move the Packers up just a little bit, and they're going to punt the football away. Bad punt.
Timeout. It was a timeout is what it was.
Oh, timeout. Okay. Nah, nobody called timeout. Oh, because the play clock. Okay, it said flag. It was because of the play clock didn't reset. As the punt is going to be caught at the 45.
Patrick Surtain just got that.
But there's a flag down, and there's going to be a hold on the Rams, so that's going to move them back to their own 45.
Patrick Surtain just got a 100-yard pick 6.
Wow.
What's up with these 100-yard plays today?
Yeah, I don't know. As we're going to take a quick break with a commercial. The Rams will take over from their own 45 when we get back, and they'll have it 1st and 10 there.
Also, just a quick note here. I'm not sure if we talked about it before the ad break, but the Rams got called for holding on that punt return, so that'll back them up 10 yards.
All right, so we're back to LA now. The Rams have the ball at their own 45. Stafford under center. Gonna give it off here as Williams, another explosive run for 12 yards and a first down. Excuse me, not Kyron Williams. That was Blake Corum on that one. So
Now you're really ahead of me by a mile. I just literally got back.
Oh, gosh. $47 rush yards for the Rams so far this game, 43 for the Packers. So the run game's looking good so far for both teams, as there's a whistle before the snap, and they're going to get the Rams for a false start. So that'll back up 5.
Just a second. I might get this game on CBS, and I might be about 2 miles ahead of you. Let me check quick.
As Stafford looks to throw on 1st and 15, finds out, well, he's been the go-to guy for Stafford early here, as he'll pick up about 4. 3 catches for 36 yards so far for Atwell, just 1 completion for 6 yards to the other Rams receivers. As Stafford is 4 of 7 for 42 yards. Man in motion for the Rams. Stafford under center still. Believe Blake Corum still in the game at running back. As here comes the blitz, Quay Walker about got home, as it was actually a screen to Corum. He stays alive and he fights close to that first down marker. Going to be about 3 yards short. Should be about a 3rd down and 3 coming up. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. So we're going to take a quick break. At the end of 1, Packers up 7-0. Rams will have a 3rd and 3 from the Green Bay 36 when we get back with you guys in just a moment. All right, so we are back. As interesting stat here, the Rams have run 7 plays in the first quarter in Packer territory, have not scored. They have another one coming up here, 3rd down and 3. As they give Williams, and he's going to have a first down just barely. Nope, they're going to mark him a little bit short. That, as a Packers fan, that's a terrible spot. He should have had the first down.
They'll probably review it.
They need to, because let's see. Oh, no, that is a good spot. His knee was down.
Trying to get my TV up.
Got a half yard short. The Rams looking like they're set to go for it again here. 4th and 1. They do. The give to Williams. Got hit about 3 yards in the backfield, but keeps fighting and gets the first down. Nice second effort there from Kyren Williams.
Of course, the one time I bench Corum, they use him.
Yeah, I know. I think he has, like 3 or 4 carries coming into this game on the year, if any.
I drafted him because I thought he'd be an integral part of the offense in my dynasty, but I guess not.
Well, at least you'll have him for future years when they will use him more. As the pitch to Williams, and he's going to pick up about 6 on first down, bring up about a 2nd down and 4. As the Rams have the ball at the Green Bay 24, they'll give him 7 actually, so it'll be a 2nd down and 3. The Packers 24-yard line. Kyren Williams 47 yards on 7 carries. So far in this game, just a little less than 7 yards a carry. As Stafford under center again, Williams in the backfield behind him.
Of course. Now we're going to play this.
They're going to audible in the shotgun now. Stafford dropping the throw. Packers bring a little bit of pressure, looking deep. That was going to be incomplete. Great coverage there from Keyshawn Nixon. Stafford was looking deep to the end zone for Robinson. Wasn't able to get it. Now, Nixon never looked back for the ball, but he did attempt to play the ball, and it was a little underthrown. So a good no call on that one.
Totally unbiased there.
And Stafford put a little bit more on that one. You could have had a case for a penalty there. As 3rd and 3 now, the Rams are 0 for 3 on 3rd down so far today in the shotgun. They're going to give to Williams. He's looking left, and he's going to have a first down and more down inside the 20. Tried to stiff arm, but got dropped at the 16-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Rams.
I'm out of it right now. I can just talk because I have to plug my antenna in because our cable went out.
Oh, no, you're good.
Got one of those little portable antennas that's a piece of junk.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I had one of those for a while. You get them for what, like $20 at Walmart?
Yep.
If that. They work good for about a few months, and then they're just terrible. As Tutu Atwell on the jet sweep will pick up a solid gain, get them down to the 9, a pickup of 7. Left tackled, left guard, center for the Rams are all on the IR, as well as Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. Their 2 starting wide receivers and 3 of their starting offensive linemen are on IR. Just a beat-up, struggling Rams offense. The defense is struggling. They're 1 and 3, but they have it 2nd and 3 here at the Packers' 9-yard line. And to give to Corum, and he's going to get down to the 5 is a nice job holding on to the football there as Quay Walker was trying to pull that one free.
Can somebody tell the Rams to stop using Corum since I benched him?
Yeah, he's got 2 carries for 17 yards today.
And they did.
I'm going to tell him to keep using him because the guy I'm playing has Kyren Williams as his running back. As Corum's still in the backfield, 1st and goal from the 4 for the Rams now. Man in motion, they're going to pitch it to Corum. He's got the edge, and he's into the – nope, he's going to be a yard short.
Then to the So we still on through Sunday Night Football tonight, or what's the deal on that?
Yep, should still be good.
See if you can fall asleep again like last week.
Yeah, no. Down at the 1, they give it to him again, and he's going to be a half yard short. Third and goal as they tried to get Corum a touchdown. He couldn't get in, so they're going to put Kyron Williams in now to see if he can I'm sure they're going to give him the ball, see if he can score. They're literally the length of the football away from the end zone.
I got all the channels in except CBS.
Dang. As they give it to Williams, and he's in. Touchdown Rams.
Let me check. Let me go to sports. NFL, no. Scoreboard, no. CBS Sports, no. Fox Sports, no. I want CBS. I don't want FanDuel Extra. I got the scoreboard up, so if you want a scoreboard update, I can give you a scoreboard update.
The extra point for the Rams is on the way, and it is up, and it is good. So we're tied at 7 with 9:47 to go here in the second quarter.
Okay, I'm going to scan again and put my antenna in a different spot.
Kyron Williams holding it down for the Rams offense, carrying them right now. 9 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Both these teams going to have to figure out how to stop the run. We're going to take a quick break as we go to commercial, and we'll be back for the kickoff as the Packers look to respond to the Rams touchdown. So we're back as the Rams kick it off. The kick is into the end zone and out the back for a touchback.
Don't mind me, still trying to get 19 in. Do you know how to redo channel scan on these dumb things? I can't figure it out.
I don't know if you can.
Because I know I've done it before, I just can't remember how.
Because I know the one I had, you couldn't. It wouldn't do. I could never get it to do it. Like it had the option for it, but it would never do it. So I don't know. As the Packers have one play at Rams territory, the Rams have 17 in Packers territory. As Love on 1st and 10, looking for Wicks. He was open about 15 yards down the field. Love just missed him. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10. And Jordan Love on 2nd and 10, going to give it to Jacobs, who's going to lose about 3 yards. There is a flag down.
I may have got it. Maybe. Well, you're not on ad breaks. No, I didn't get it.
You didn't?
I can watch TCU and Baylor from 2021.
Nice. I wonder, did you get the other CBS game?
No, I don't. I'm not even getting CBS in general.
See, my papa had an antenna, and he couldn't get ABC. Sometimes the areas it just doesn't pick them certain channels up. He'd have CBS and he'd have Fox, but he never had ABC. It's going to be 3rd and 14 here for the Packers. You need a 1st down right here. Right now at your own 21-yard line. 26-yard line. As Love in the shotgun drops to throw, the Rams bring pressure. Love dumps it off. It's going to be the Tucker Kraft. He's going to get a little bit, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down. As Witherspoon with the tackle, and that'll force the punt after a 5-yard completion to Tucker Kraft.
I'm watching a live play-by-play the game. It's not even a game.
Have you tried Dofu?
Yeah, but I'd be like 2.5 minutes behind you.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So at that point, what's the point of using that, basically?
Yeah. As the punt is away, the Rams will signal for the fair catch, their own 30-yard line. And that is where they will take over when we get back. We're going to take a quick break with you guys. We'll be right back in just a moment. So we are back.
And then once again, don't mind me, still just casually continuing looking to try and figure out how to get 19 in.
So we have it now 1st and 10 for the Rams at their own 30-yard line with a tie game right now at 7.
I seriously couldn't hear me more about the Roku channel.
Just the second touchdown in the first half this season for the Rams on their last drive, where they took up 7 minutes and 10 seconds off of the clock. Stafford under center. I assume they're going to keep leaning heavy on this run game, and they do as they go to Kyren Williams on the first play, and he's going to have them up close to a first down after a gain of about 8. The Rams have already ran the ball for 90 yards today. Play action here. As Whittington with the catch, and he's going to have about a 4-yard gain. 5 yards they'll give him, I believe, officially. 7. Okay, 7 yards. And it'll be a first down. As again off play action.
It says it's live on CBS WOIO, Cleveland, Ohio, but I can't get it.
Yeah, that I don't even know what would be wrong with it. As Robert Rochelle has a stinger as he is questionable for return as the 1st and 10 plays going nowhere. Quay Walker, gosh, now I'm just completely blanking on his name. As what a catch down the field from Robinson, going up over a defender, got his legs took out from under him in the air, still manages to catch the football, and it's going to be a 1st and 10.
What do I do? Unplug my antenna, plug it in again? Unplugging it and plugging it back in is the only thing I can think of. Put it somewhere else, scan again. It's not that I don't get the game, it's just that I'm not getting connection to the channel overall.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. As 1st and 10, 2-yard run for Kyren Williams, bring up a 2nd down and 8. Again, the Rams in Packers territory. Yeah, I don't know how to fix it if it's not pulling the channel up.
I'm hoping it's just, one of those you have to move the antenna for it to come in situations, but
A 2nd down and 8.
Give me what I want.
Williams lined up right behind the right guard, looking to help pass protect. Stafford finds a man over the middle. It's going to be long, and he's going to have about a 6-yard gain. These are the 2 youngest active rosters this year. The Packers with the youngest roster. The Rams with the 2nd youngest active roster. 25 years, 174 days for the Packers. 25 years, 349 days for the Rams are the average ages. So far, Stafford on the day, 8 completions to 6 different receivers, as he's going to hand the ball off to Kyren Williams on 3rd and 1, and he's going to have a 2-yard gain and a first down. The Packers can just not get any. The Packers just can't get any sort of stop in the short run game. 20 plays now.
Okay, I give up. Screw
20
this.
plays now for the Rams in opponent territory. The Rams have 20 plays in Green Bay territory. The Packers only have 18 total plays in the whole game, as Williams is going to be hit well behind the line of scrimmage this time. Quay Walker got out there and shut that play down. Finally, a positive play for this Packers defense in the run game. As that
Looks like
one
you're about
is
to
going
get
to be
hit.
a loss. That was going to be a loss of 6. Bring up a 2nd down and 16 now.
Looks like you're about to get hit with another nasty hurricane again.
What was that?
Looks like you're about to get hit by another hurricane.
Yeah, there's another one coming this way. As 2nd and 16, it's going to be incomplete. Yeah, there's still some people, very few people, but some people I know without power. And we've been still doing one yesterday until about 2:30 yesterday doing cleanup, still helping out.
Well,
So
at least that one should only be Cat 1.
It's a lot around here, and it's even worse in western North Carolina. I know in Asheville they had a dam that broke that took out like most of the bridges. As the 3rd and 16, whistles blow, and Green Bay is going to call a timeout.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but there's a school in my area. I won't go too elaborated into this because it's kind of sad. But there's a school in our area, and they're making us wear red tomorrow at the Career Center because there's one school that goes to the Career Center. Their high school kids didn't specific. It was high school and middle school kids. Kids didn't specifically go to the Career Center, but there's 5 kids, and got in a car crash. All 5 were seriously injured, and one of them passed away. So,
Man, that's awful. Hate to hear that, especially so young, just still in high school. Hate to hear that. As I'm sure Nick Castellanos probably just hit a home run in the Phillies game. At the 3rd and 16, and Stafford's going to be sacked back down to the 45.
I'm surprised he didn't hit a homer when the hurricane hit.
I know. Ajarian Cooper with the sack.
Okay, we're going to hook the antenna back up out here. See if it works again. And if it doesn't, I guess I'm just stuck 2.5 minutes behind you.
So 4th and 26 going to cause the Rams to punt the football now. And that one was almost blocked. As the fair catch will be signaled and made at the 10-yard line by Jaden Reed. So that's where the Packers will take over. They need to get a few first downs, try and flip this field position a little bit because they haven't really been able to start anywhere outside of within their own 15 yards. It's been a struggle. They're losing the field position game right now, and that's going to wear on them if they don't get things rolling. So they're going to need to pick up a few first downs, but we're going to take a quick break, and the Packers will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line when we return. All right, so 1st and 10, a screen pass to Jaden Reed. He's going to have 3 yards up to the 13. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7.
So, a little bit of a prelude to the podcast here. What do you think of this week's slate of games besides, obviously, Oregon and Ohio State? Obviously, not even close, pretty much being the headliner.
It's going to be a great slate. I'm excited for it. Going to be a lot of good games. Is a flag down. Going to be a false start on the Packers. Back them up to the 8. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great slate of games, great week of games. I'm excited for it. Going to be a lot of fun. Big week for college football for sure.
I know I'll be covering the Ohio State-Oregon game. Probably watch Ohio State lose.
I don't know. See, before the year, I was picking Oregon, but I haven't been too impressed with them.
Well, did you see what Emeka Egbuka said after the Iowa game?
No.
Obviously, he didn't swear or anything like that. But when they interviewed him after the game, obviously, since he had the biggest game, since he had that 3-touchdown performance besides Ryan Day, I forget who was interviewing him, but he was talking about, how they started really bad against Iowa and all that. And there's this article on there that says, Emeka Egbuka sends warning to teammates about Oregon game. And he says, if we start like this again, we're going to get our bleep blown out by Oregon next weekend.
Wow.
So he knows what's up.
As a pick 6 here for the Rams, I don't even know what I just watched.
Sounds like me watching Will Howard throw 3 interceptions in 3 straight games.
Yeah, I don't even know what I just watched right here.
Probably in a double coverage or triple coverage.
As Love was rolling to his right, turns, he gets hit. He's fallen down for a safety, and he tries to just throw it and just kind of like underhand shovels it in the direction of a Packers receiver, but ends up being intercepted. And that's going to be a pick 6.
You going to the Clemson game this weekend?
I'm not. It'll be at Wake Forest. So
That's
I'm not.
like Pennsylvania, right? Something like that.
North Carolina and Winston-Salem.
That's at noon, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yep, that'll be a noon game. As crazy 2 last plays is the pick 6, a crazy pick 6, and then a missed extra point.
Sounds like Deshaun Watson. Also, not to take away from the Oregon-Ohio State game by any means at all, but another interesting game that I'll probably be covering. Don't know if we'll be covering it together or not, but at 3:30, Oklahoma and Texas.
Yeah, the Red River rivalry should be a good one. I expect that one to be fun. But I'm not. I don't know. I don't feel like that one's going to be a great game like it has been in years past. I just don't think Oklahoma's on that level this year.
A lot rides on if Quinn Ewers plays is what I'll put that right now.
It does. It does.
If Quinn Ewers does not play, Oklahoma has a heck of a chance to actually beat in Texas.
Oh, 100%. As the kickoff from the Rams is going to be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. I'm going to be right back.
So, unfortunately, while he's gone, there won't be any game calling because I cannot physically view the game. So I guess I'll just wait for him to get back.
All right, sorry about that. I'm back, and on the first down, Jacobs going to run the ball ahead for 5 yards, bring up second down and 5.
You have
As we
any?
hit the 2-minute warning, the Rams are up 13-7. I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Excuse me, with you guys in just a moment. So we are back now as the Packers have it. 2nd and 5. To get to Jacobs is going to be a 1-yard run. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
Left something in private chat for you.
Okay.
Josh Jacobs taken out for a loss there on the play.
3rd and 4. 2 minute men on the field, 12 guys on the defense, as Gallimore just couldn't get off in time. So that's going to be a free play for the Packers. Give them a first down at their own 41. You got to go down the field and score right here. You got to get points, even if it's just a field goal. Jordan Love in the shotgun, 5 wide receivers, going to throw over the middle. He's got his man, Bo Melton, for the first down into Rams territory. 1:20 to go. The Packers with 2 timeouts, the clock ticking. Got to hurry here if you're Green Bay.
Most definitely, especially with no timeouts or just 1 or 2 timeouts, if I'm remembering correctly.
2 timeouts for the Packers. As Love throwing again, he's got his man, who is that? Malik Heath as he gets out of bounds after an 8-yard gain. So 1:03. 2nd and 3 from the Rams' 40-yard line. You still have the 2 timeouts. Plenty of time here for Green Bay to put it in the end zone. So hopefully they can get that done here.
Actually, little thing here quick. The Rams actually had 13 guys on the field.
13. Okay, wow.
I'm only like 30 seconds behind you now, so.
Love drops the pass, going to throw it over the middle. Jayden Reed wide open, and he's going to get it down to the 22-yard line. Under a minute to go. Clock ticking, 50 seconds. The Packers lining up to get set quickly. We at the 22-yard line, holding on to those 2 timeouts. 45 seconds now, still ticking. Jordan Love gets the snap off. They're going to give it to Jacobs up the middle. He's going to get to the 20, and the Packers going to call a timeout here with 37 seconds left, which will leave them with 1.
Okay, so I do have like 2 or 3 questions for you for halftime if you wanted some filler for halftime, or if you just want me to ask you them now quick or whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say let's do a halftime show. So yeah, save them for halftime. We'll do a halftime show.
One of them's revolving around something that happened today.
Okay. So the Packers with the ball at the 20-yard line, actually marked at the 19 of the Rams. 37 seconds to go. 1 timeout left. 6 plays, 51 yards, 1:25 so far for the Packers. Is now the Rams are going to call one of their 3 timeouts.
Oh, here's a good one for you. So, my high school team is 3-3 on the year. Not that I literally play for them. My mom won't let me because she's worried about me getting a concussion. Otherwise, I would be. But they're 3-3 on the year. We were playing a team that was 6-0, top 10 team in Ohio, and we beat them 54-6.
Wow.
And they were Division 1. We were Division 4.
Good Lord.
Did Green Bay? No, that was the Rams.
All right, so 2nd down and 7 now. Jordan Love, that was a false start on our right tackle. A backwards pass, and it's going to get out of bounds. The 34. He was looking for Jayden Reed in the flat, but as he let go of the football, or as he went to throw the ball, he got hit. The ball goes out of bounds, and I believe the clock keeps rolling on that.
Yes, it does. If you go backwards and you go out of bounds, the clock keeps rolling.
It looks like there's a penalty flag down. Let's see what the penalty's on.
That'll probably be roughing the passer, knowing your refs.
Well, the floor looks mad.
Probably holding. Yeah, right there. That's going to be holding on the Packers.
Okay, so there's no flag. They're discussing whether or not the 10-second runoff will happen, so they're giving LaFleur an opportunity to call timeout. He looks like he's discussing something with them.
Okay. Never mind. I'll save that question for halftime, man. We'll let it slip there for a second. What do you think about, as of right now, the Broncos up on the Raiders?
Both the teams suck. They both suck. It doesn't surprise. What does surprise me is the Giants Seahawks tied at 10 at the half.
Seahawks have yet to score an offensive touchdown in the game, though. The touchdown came on the 101-yard fumble return.
Was the flag on Reed for batting that ball out of bounds? Because he batted that ball to end the play.
So
If
Green
you
Bay
watch
doesn't
the
take
replay
a
there.
timeout. Green Bay doesn't take a timeout. They're going to reset the game clock to 21 seconds, and it's going to start on the referee's
18
signal here.
seconds.
No, it's going back up to 21. As I like that decision from LaFleur not to call the timeout with 21 seconds. You got plenty of time to throw the football. Try and run one more play, let the clock run down, and call the timeout if you get hit in the middle of the field.
If you're watching this game here, I definitely watch out for Jalen Reed on this play. You would have to think the ball would be going to him.
Yeah, I would think so. As now the Rams call a timeout. Good Lord, can we just snap the football and play?
Yeah, exactly. First half goes fast. And then it takes 2.5 hours to play 21 seconds.
Yep. So 3rd and 26. Be 20 seconds on the clock. As you gotta get more yard. You gotta get closer if you're the Packers on this one.
Man, Allen was atrocious today.
As Narveson hasn't been very consistent. He's the only kicker in the league to miss a field goal inside of 40 yards on the season so far. So 3rd and 26.
No, Dustin Hopkins did today.
We do. Jordan Love over the middle, complete the Dontavian Wicks down to the 28-yard line, and the Packers are going to let the clock tick down to 2 seconds and call their final timeout of the half.
Josh Allen was garbage today.
Yeah, he did not look good, but at least in the first half. In the second half, he started turning it on.
He only completed 9 passes out of 30.
Yeah, it wasn't very good for him. I mean, the Bills started turning it on in the second half, but he was still just – he struggled all day long.
Didn't you have Jamar Chase on your fantasy team too?
No, that was last year I had him whenever he was hurt for like the first 3 weeks. So then I traded him. Got a pretty good deal for him. I forget who I got. Gosh, who did I get?
What was the short about you posted for him?
What do you mean?
You posted a short on him like 2 or 3 months ago now, if that, talking about week 1 and if he sits out.
Oh, that was just in general for fantasy football if he sat out.
Well, once again, no longer going fast as we'll take another
46-yard attempt here for Green Bay. The kick's up, and it's right down the middle. So we're going to go to the half 13-10, the Rams over the Packers. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with you guys. We're going to have a halftime show for you. Going to take a quick, about 3-4 minute long break, and we'll be right back with you guys for the halftime show. everybody. We are back for the halftime show. Just 1 second. We had a little bit of technical difficulty. We get the Twitter back going real quickly here. Just a second. So the Packers are down 13-10 right now. As let's go through some scores from around the NFL right now. So get these pulled up. Give me just a moment.
I can start going over a couple if you want, because I got a couple up right now.
I got them right here. So earlier, we'll start Thursday Night Football. The Falcons beat the Bucks in overtime 36-30. Earlier this morning, the Jets lost to the Vikings over in London 23-17. Jaguars beat the Colts 37-34. Dolphins beat the Patriots 15-10. Commanders over the Browns 34-13. Texans beat the Bills 23-20. The Bears beat the Panthers 36-10. And then the games that are live right now, currently at the half, our game, the Rams are the Rams are beating the Packers 13-10. Giants, Seahawks in the third quarter just started the second half. They're tied at 10. The Broncos have a 13-10 lead over the Raiders at the start of the third quarter. And that one as well. You look tonight, we have Sunday Night Football. We'll be streaming it here. So make sure you guys stay tuned for our Sunday Night Football stream. Cowboys going on the road to Pittsburgh to face the Steelers, an old rivalry in that one. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, the Saints go to Arrowhead to try and hand the Chiefs their first loss of the season. The Saints lost the last 2 weeks after starting the season very hot, blew the Panthers out, blew the Cowboys out, and then blew the game against the Eagles and have slowly kind of gone downhill from there. All right, Michael, excuse me. Well, let's get to your questions for the half.
Okay, so the first one I had, as I was alluding to earlier, about today. Earlier today, obviously, the 1 o'clock window with Patriots taking on the Dolphins winning 15-10. Do you think it is time for Drake May to start?
No, I don't. Because you want him to sit, you want him to watch, you want him to grow, develop, mature. You don't want to throw him in, especially not in this situation. Your season's, you're not, even if you throw him in, what's the point? It's not like you're going to the playoffs with him. There's no point in putting him in. Would not like that move at all. I think they're doing a good thing right now and just keeping him on the bench, letting him learn, letting him grow, develop, and just watch. We've seen it. The Packers have arguably been the most successful franchise in the NFL when it comes to quarterbacks. Definitely are over the last 30 plus years. And you look at what they've done with them. Aaron Rodgers sat for a few years behind Brett Favre, took over, played great. Jordan Love sat for a few years behind Aaron Rodgers, took over, he's played great. It's just how you do it. It's how you do it. You look at the Falcons, they're doing it now. They drafted Michael Penix 8th overall. They're sitting behind Kirk Cousins right now. I think that is a great pick. I think that Penix is going to learn a lot from Kirk Cousins. I think in 5 years, Michael Penix is going to be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. I think that he's just going to be that kind of player. I think that is the way to go about developing quarterbacks. I think that's the smart way to go about it. And I think that's how you go with it. So no, I would not want to see them put Drake May in at all right now. I think that, Jacoby Brissett, he's a guy who's been around the league a lot, been in the league for a while. He's a good veteran. I think that having May be able to sit behind him is a very good sign, and I think that helps a lot.
Okay, so the second one we have for you here is, I'm having a complete brain fart now. I completely forgot. What was it? What was it? I completely forget.
No, you're all good.
I'll just go ahead and go to the next one here while I'm thinking of it. What do you think about quote unquote people are now calling upset Saturday in college football when it was pretty weak looking on paper?
Yeah, it was, I would say, the weakest week of college football slate going into it that we've had probably all year, and probably would have been all year. But you look, I mean, we start off Friday night, Syracuse UNLV, thriller of a game, goes into overtime, just a great game in that one. Then Saturday, it starts out at noon. A&M beats the crap out of Missouri, just dog walks them, and beats them in that one. Then you move to the 3:30 spot. Bama loses to Vanderbilt. Then you move into the nightcap. Tennessee loses to Arkansas. Michigan loses to Washington. Minnesota beats USC. And then the final – well, not the final game. I guess Arizona, Texas Tech was the final game. That was also a close game, a good game for a while. You look, Miami down 25 points, comes back with help from the refs to beat Cal by 1 in their first hosting of College Game Day. It was just incredible. A lot of great games just all across the board. I mean, Georgia-Auburn was entertaining for a little while. Just a great slate of games. I really enjoyed it. A lot of things nobody saw happening. You know, you thought coming in, all right, Bama's going to kill Vandy. Tennessee's going to beat Arkansas. I'm trying to think. Missouri A&M was supposed to be the best game. It actually wasn't even a good game because Texas A&M just beat them so bad. Michigan Washington was going to be a close one. People thought USC was probably going to beat Minnesota. There weren't a whole lot of. I mean, Clemson Florida State was a 7:00 game on ESPN. Like, Florida State's terrible. So it was crazy. It was wild. But a very good thing to see happen yesterday that really gave us a lot of excitement for college football on a schedule that didn't look like it was going to be much.
Now, I won't add on to that with you stating about the Mizzou Texas A&M game. I'm not really shocked that Texas A&M won. I'm more so shocked of the way they won.
Oh, I agree completely. I think it was the way they won and how bad that they beat them. I don't think Missouri was prepared for Connor Wegman to come out and play in this game at all, and definitely not look the way that he did. It was a completely new looked A&M offense. They were well balanced, and they have the third easiest SEC schedule the rest of the way out. A&M's a real playoff threat as we're back for the start of the second half, and the kickoff is going to be ran back to the 29 for the Rams. 1st and 10, a pitch to Kyron Williams. He's going to have about a 5-yard gain up, give him 6, up to the 35.
And the last one I just remembered, another one revolving around the NFL. Obviously, with the Vikings win today, going to 5-0, I know most people are understanding them as a true threat now, which they have proven to be. But are they still a first-round playoff exit just due to the gap in talent? Mainly at the QB spot, even though there hasn't really looked like a gap in talent at the QB spot.
Well, that's because there isn't a gap in talent at the QB spot. Sam Darnold has all the talent in the world. He's just never lived up to any of it. I mean, there's a reason he was you're not a first round draft pick without any talent. There's without a doubt not a talent gap at all between him and any QB in the NFL. That is too much for that team to overcome. I think that the biggest difference is just that he just hadn't lived up to it. He hadn't been in good situations, hasn't had other guys around him. As a big 3rd and 1 here for the Rams, as the Packers were 0 for 5 on 3rd downs in the first half. Rams were 3 for 7, make them 4 for 8 now as a wide open receiver. That's going to be Whittington, and he's up across midfield and into Packer territory. But, yeah, I mean, there's just I think that they can 100% compete. I think that they're a good team. I think that they have all the talent, but one thing they don't have is a lot of playoff experience, and that could be the reason for the first round exit. Is there's not a whole lot of, particularly at the quarterback position, a lot of playoff experience. It's still a long season. The Vikings still are yet, they still haven't played a great team, I would say. Like the Niners, but the Niners haven't really looked like the Niners here early on in the year. So they still got some work to do. They still got some more proving to do. And again, it's a long season. They're only 5 games in. We'll see. But I would consider them a real threat. I would consider them a threat in the NFC at all levels of the playoff. I don't see them. I wouldn't guarantee a first-round exit for the Vikings, as the first down run for Kyren Williams, just a 4-yard gain, bring up 2nd down and 6 now.
Also,
as again they go to him, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards, but he fumbled. Who's got it? The Packers have it.
Yeah.
Xavier McKinney, who else to come up with a takeaway as the Packers have the football, and that is the momentum that this team needed. Hopefully it'll translate to the offense and spark something, as Williams was running a nice job trying to see it's hard to see who poked that one out. Kingsley and Nagbear with the punch out. McKinney recovers it, comes out of the pile, and runs. I believe he picked up about 6-7 yards on the return as well on it, as it's going to be Packer football 1st and 10 as we come back from break. But we're going to take a quick break with you guys, and we'll be right back with you in just a moment.
Also quick, another one that we skipped over in the college segment during halftime quick. Louisville also lost to SMU. That was another technical upset rankings-wise as well.
So we're back. Packers at their own 30 to give to Jacobs on first down. A huge stiff arm and a 5-yard gain. The second down and 5. He put that man on his back.
A question for you. Is it just me? Or is it just me? Or is it you as well? But I understand Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith are phenomenal talents. I'm mainly going to talk about Ryan Williams here, but I'm really starting to get a little bit tired with the he's only 17 years old talk.
I am too. Yes, it's impressive. It's a huge pass to Tucker Kraft down the sideline, puts a stiff arm. He's going to score a touchdown. A huge pass as the Packers go up 16-13. What a play as they turn the turnover into 6. What a play and a great block down the field. I didn't catch which wide receiver that was. It might have been Wicks as Kraft just slips out on a little cross route about 15 yards deep, catches the football, gets down the field, puts a nice stiff arm. Yeah, Wicks with a great block that allowed Kraft to score. And the extra points up and good. The Packers up 17-13. What a turn of events. And that momentum definitely translated over to the offense as the Packers take the lead up 4. Sorry. Right as you asked the question, the huge play has to break out. But back to your question. Yeah, I'm tired of hearing, he's a great talent. I'm not tired of hearing about him. He's making spectacular plays every week. Same with Jeremiah Smith. I'm okay with hearing about him. I'm tired of hearing on every single play he's 17 years old. We all get it. The dude's 17 years old. Now just be done with it. Stop trying to use it for social media. Just be done with it. It gets old. We get it. He's 17 years old. That's great. Just talk about how good of a football player he is, not about his age.
Talk about him like he's Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith, they're not over-exaggerating his age. They over-exaggerated that he was a freshman for the first 2, 3, or 4 games. But ever since, the Michigan State-Iowa game, they pretty much just been calling him a sensational talent, and that's pretty much it.
Which, don't get me wrong, it is very impressive what he's doing as a 17-year-old. But
I'll agree with you as well. It's just that
because here's the one thing. Smith is older, so his body's more developed. Physically, he's more developed. He's grown into his body more. So it is impressive what Ryan Williams is doing at 17 years old, supposed to be a senior in high school. That's great, but it's 6 weeks into the season. We get it. The kid's 17 years old. We understand that. Stop talking about it. It gets old. We're tired of hearing it.
Exactly. I'm starting to get tired of hearing, he'll catch a 10-yard curl route for a first down and get tackled after an 11-yard pickup. Oh, my Lord, this is a 17-year-old catching an 11-yard curl route in college football.
Yeah, exactly. It's they take it too far. But it's our fault. It's our fault with social media. That's what we've allowed them to do. It's just like the Hawk Tua girl. All the people who were complaining about her, how she got famous for saying something stupid, are the only ones keeping it going. But those kind of things, they get on social media, they get big, and they just take off. That's what happens with them. That's just what happens with them. But yeah, so we're back from commercial break. The Packers getting ready to kick off after the 66-yard touchdown catch from Tucker Kraft. What a turn of events there as the kickoff is going to be back for a touchback.
So did you see the Guardians game yesterday?
I did. Where they won 7-0.
Yep.
Nice win for them. The Tigers are one of those teams they got out of the wild card. I don't see them getting out of the division.
They're kind of like the Guardians of 2022, where they swept the team in a wild card And then they lost to the Yankees in the ALDS. They
Yeah,
kind of
that's
remind
kind of
me
when I
of the
see the
2022
Tigers. I feel
Cardinals.
like they're still too young. They got to get more experience. As Kyron Williams with the run ahead on first down, pick up about 6.
I don't know why you're celebrating a huge
Officially marked
tackle
at 5. So
after
it'll be
4
second
yards.
down and 5. The Rams with the ball at their own 32-yard line here. As this Packers team, they seem to be playing with a lot more intensity since they recovered that fumble. Just the physicality from Jacobs on the stiff arm. Kraft had a nice stiff arm. Great blocking down the field from Wicks. Huge hit on the kickoff from Bullard. And now we set the Rams football second down and 5. 10.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter as Stafford hit as he lets it go deep and overthrew his man, incomplete.
Also, regarding what I put in, regarding what we were talking about in private chat earlier, if we're able to do it, obviously, have 5 games that really want to hit on. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, for sure.
With that being Tennessee, Alabama, Mizzou, Louisville.
So third and 5, Stafford looking, getting pressured, finds a man. That's going to be Parkinson for the first down, a pickup of 6.
I guess you could throw the California game, the Cal game in there just because of the fact that it should have been an upset. Also, I hate to say it, but that's been back-to-back weeks that the refs have bailed out Miami.
Oh, 100%. I was thinking about it though. Miami is the only other like high earning team in the ACC that isn't suing them, and so it makes me wonder if they're trying to protect them for that reason. As the first down run with Williams is going to be a pickup of 3, second down and 7, as the Rams are on their own 41, nearing midfield. 18 carries for 80 yards and a touchdown on the day for Kyron Williams. Does have that fumble on the last drive that turned into a quick touchdown for the Packers to give them a lead of 4 points.
Updated top 5. Here's your updated top 5. I don't know if you saw it yet or not.
I did.
If I was remembering correctly, did Penn State jump Georgia?
Yeah, they're at 4.
I don't get it. I mean, I get it because they're undefeated, but I don't get it. I think we need to seriously start thinking about, as well in college football, that we could seriously see Ohio State and Indiana play each other week 11 or week 12 undefeated.
Yeah, possibly. As 1st and 10, Stafford dropping back to pass, going to dump it off over the middle, but got hit as he let it fly, and it'll be incomplete. So second down and 10 now for the Rams, as they have it at the Green Bay 48, so just past midfield. Stafford in the gun, Williams to his right, Atwell winning motion. They're looking deep for Robinson, and Stafford missed him. Probably a good thing he missed him, too, because had he caught that ball, he was going to get nailed. Yeah, announcers saying that it looked like Bullard held Robinson a little bit there, and watching the replay, he definitely should have been flagged for that. That was defensive holding. Refs missed it,
As a Packers fan, I'll take it 3rd and 10 as they motion Williams from the backfield to the slot. Looking to pass. Stafford looking deep. It's going to be intercepted. You'll never guess who picked it off. How about Xavier McKinney? Up to midfield, cuts it back. And the Packers' 46-yard line is where they will take over. How about Xavier freaking McKinney? Another interception and sets the Packers up near midfield. So the Rams had gone on had been playing great offensively to start the game. Now the last 2 drives, they turned the ball over. So the Packers will start at their own 46-yard line when we get back. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with you guys. Don't go anywhere.
I will be back probably a little bit after the ad break, but just a heads up there.
Okay, sounds good. So we're back now. Since 1970, Xavier McKinney is the first player with an interception in each of the first 5 games of the season. Yes, you're right. Xavier McKinney with an interception in all 5 games so far for the Packers, and an end around to Jaden Reed, and he's got room for a first down. A nice misdirection there. Good play call. First down, Packers up across midfield now.
I am back. Xavier McKinney, first interception at each 5 games with team first time since 1970.
Is Jacobs on the run, going to pick up about 2, maybe 3 on the first down carry.
Packers appear to be able to starting to get it going now, but on the offensive side of the ball, at least.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the Packers are now, even on the 2 drives where they got turnovers, allowed the Rams to get down into their territory, but kind of playing that bend don't break as a screen pass to Jacobs. He's going to have a first down and more as he's down to the 20-yard line, sets up a red zone trip for the Packers. As Braden Fisk about had him in the backfield, but couldn't quite get him. Jacobs able to break away, and from there it was just open field as he's down to the 20-yard line. And this Packers offense seems to be rolling now.
You're still like a whole play ahead of me, but
Jordan Love going to pitch it.
Also, where has Jared Verse been this year for the Rams?
No idea. He about had a big hit there as Emmanuel Wilson lost about 5 or 6 yards on the pitch play as Verse got straight back there and about forced a fumble. Wilson able to hold on to it and then ends up picking up 6 yards. Good play from the Packers there. Almost went bad for them, but they'll have it 2nd and 4 from the 14.
Bit of a shocking development. Giants ahead of the Seahawks.
With the ball in Seahawks territory. Handoff. It's going to be Wilson again, and he's got a first down to the 8-yard line.
Got any final score predictions for this game yet?
I'm going to say I'm going to go 27-20 Packers.
I am going to go 31-20 Packers.
Nice. So I got them on the Packers adding a touchdown on a field goal. The Rams adding a touchdown. You also have the Rams adding another touchdown. The Packers getting 2 touchdowns. So 2nd goal for the Packers now from the Rams 7-yard line after the first down handoff to Jacobs didn't really do much. Love going to throw a little tight end screen. It's Kraft, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going to mark him down a yard short.
Also, I'll text you this quick, but
I think they're going to review this one. I think Tucker Kraft is going to have his 2nd touchdown of the game. Yeah, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
I think he forgot again, but
after replay assist, they've overturned the call. It is a touchdown for the Packers. Tucker Kraft with his 2nd touchdown. Man, am I glad I started him in fantasy again this week, as he's had a big game. Let's see, I believe, 3 catches, 78 yards, and 2 touchdowns. How about that for Tucker Kraft?
also I texted you something. I don't know if you saw that or not, but
yeah, I did forget to do the pick'em again this week. I'm sorry. I got a bunch of fantasy leagues, doing videos, live stream schedule. I've got so much to keep up with. I keep forgetting about it.
Well,
but the Packers up 24-13 after they've put up 14 points here in the 3rd quarter. 2 touchdowns from Tucker Kraft after struggling a little bit offensively after that 2nd drive that they had. It's Tucker Kraft, 22.8 fantasy points so far. But we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back with you guys in just a moment as the Rams try to respond after the Packers come out and to put up 14 unanswered on them. All right, so we're back here now as the Packers getting ready to kick this one off. How about this second half so far for the Packers? 2 takeaways, 2 touchdowns off of those takeaways. Still got to get the defense shored up a little bit as the return is going to be stopped at about the 27-yard line. Still got to get the defense shored up a little bit. You have 2 takeaways in the second half so far on the 2 drives for the Rams. In the second half, they've turned the football over, but they're getting into Packers territory still. You got to find a way to stop that and keep them from getting into Packers territory. On the flip side, though, only 1 offensive touchdown for the Rams today. One of their touchdowns came off of a pick 6 in which they missed the extra point. So that's where we sit right now, 24-13. Also, key update, forgot to mention, 1, Jaire Alexander out again for the Packers this week. But 2, Romeo Doubs got suspended for this game by the Packers because he missed, I believe, 2 practices and a team meeting because he was unhappy with how he's been targeted in the receiving game so far this year. So that's something to keep up with for sure. As the 1st and 10, Stafford with a 6-yard pass of bringing up 2nd down and 4.
Trade request incoming from Dobbs, question mark?
Maybe, but at the same time, the dude has not been good. He's underperformed. I don't know what he's complaining about and mad about. As Whittington with the catch, he's going to pick up about 3 yards. Bring up a 3rd down and 1.
I don't know if you heard, but Caleb Williams, great day today.
Yeah, he did. He played good now against the Panthers, but good to see the rookie quarterback with that kind of performance. As Stafford will hand it off to Corum on 3rd and 1, and he'll have about a 5-yard gain and a 1st down.
Yes, keyword against the Panthers. Also, Swift, is he over or underrated in your opinion?
I think when he was with Philly, he was overrated. I think now he's underrated. I think a lot of people have forgotten about him.
Third and 1.
1st and 10 to play action. Stafford looking deep, almost intercepted again by Xavier McKinney. Couldn't quite hang on to that one. He about had his 2nd interception of the game, his 6th of the year. Just slipped right through his hands, had to go way up to catch that one, and wasn't quite able to call it in.
Xavier McKinney is like this year's Deron Bland.
What's that?
Xavier McKinney is like this year's Deron Bland.
Yeah.
I'll have a question for you here in a second since you're a Packers fan.
2nd and 10, Rams just get the snap off. Stafford going deep again. Did he get both feet down? They're going to say yes. Catch for Robinson. Give the Rams a 1st down.
Do you agree with, I should say, do you, obviously, with the Packers now back at full strength, do you think they can, obviously, I will also say this, obviously, if you as a Packers fan as well, do you look at the Packers as a true threat to the top teams in the NFC, to the way they have been playing at this point in the season?
Without a doubt, I think so. They're not even at full strength. They're without Watson and Dobbs today. Offensively, you look defensively, they're missing their best cornerback, Jaire Alexander. So, I mean, the Packers aren't even full strength right now. And, I mean, they're playing good. we're getting blown out by the Vikings at halftime last week, which was a bad sign. But the way the team responded in the second half really, really showed you, all right, it doesn't matter what the score is. This team isn't going to let up. They're going to fight back all the way to the end. And that's what they've done. As long with the catch, we'll pick up about 9. Should bring down now a 3rd down and 6. But yeah, I think the Packers are a threat. I think they'll make the playoff. Obviously, if they win the game, they'll be tied with the Bears at 3-2. At the bottom of the division. The Vikings on a bye week. The Lions on a bye week this week. The Vikings 5-0. I think at the same time too, the Vikings are going to cool off. But a lot of people forget the Vikings. The Vikings went like 13-3 just a few years ago. Like, this is a good team. This is a good team. So the Vikings, I don't know. It's going to be tough because I feel like if you're the Packers, Vikings are already 5-0. You're probably going to have to go to Minnesota and beat them if you want to win the division.
Yeah, I will agree with you on that. But nowadays, you also have to wonder that with how Darnold is playing right now, as they're kind of like that moment with the pandemic Steelers team where they were 12-0. And we obviously, if you're an NFL fan, you know what happened to them. Is it just
that's a good point.
that waiting time, as they say, to where there's been this conspiracy theory where people always say you never want to be the last undefeated team in the NFL. And so you got to wonder, is there also include this? You also got to wonder, is it getting time to where Minnesota is about to fall off a cliff and we just don't know it yet?
Oh, it's 100% possible. 100%. Definitely something to watch for. As you mentioned, being the last undefeated team, they're one of the 2 final ones standing right now. The Chiefs are the only other one. They play tomorrow night. If the Saints beat the Chiefs, the Vikings will be the last standing undefeated team.
I will also ask you this. What do you think of the Texans' new jerseys?
I like them. I like them. I really like those jerseys that they had. At the start of the 4th quarter, the Rams have a 3rd down and 6 at the Green Bay 43-yard line. Stafford in the gun. I believe that's Williams to the right of him. He's going to drop back to pass. Looking pressured. He's going to get sacked.
Well, yeah, I highly doubt it would be a late corner.
Carl Brooks with the sack. The Rams will have it now 4th and 14 from their own 49. And I feel like if you're the Rams, you kind of you don't want to, but you kind of got to go for it.
Well, yeah, you're down by 11? You're in the middle of no man's land. You have to go for it here, really, if you think about it.
Well, they're going to punt it. The punt's away. Reed signals for the fair catch. Bobbled it a little bit, but secures it at the 7. And that is where the Packers will take over with 14-15 to go in the 4th quarter. But we're going to take a quick commercial break with you guys, and we'll be right back in just a moment. So we are back now. Packers have the ball at their own 7-yard line. We've seen them go 96 yards down the field. They'll have to go 93 on this one if they want to put it in the end zone. And Jacobs on the first down run, pickup of about 3. Bring up a 2nd and 7 from the 10.
Now you got to think, I will say, you got to think, if Green Bay scores a touchdown on this drive right here, the game's over. You would think. But
interesting fact for the Packers today, they became the first team all time to score 30,000 points. So the franchise has over 30,000 points, the first franchise in the NFL to do it. 2nd and 7, Love finds Wicks for a gain of about 10 up to the 20. It'll be a first down for the Packers. If you're the Packers here, you want to get first downs. You obviously want to go down the field and score a touchdown as the goal. But you want to eat the clock up. You want to chew the clock down, give first downs, a slow, methodical drive. That's what you're looking for here. Second half, Jordan Love is 4 for 4, over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. As they're going to run it with Jacobs as they fake the screen, and he's going to slip and get about 2 yards.
Also, I will say something quick. Nowadays, also, Jordan Love has been perfect since the interception as well.
Yeah, he has. As they find Kraft again on 2nd and 8, and he's going to have a first down up to the 31.
The guy I'm going up against has Kraft, so I'm probably doomed.
Yeah, potentially.
Well, I'm only down by 12 right now, so I still have a chance.
Yeah, you still got a chance. You're still alive. As a flag comes in, I think it's going to be a false start on Green Bay. Yeah, they're going to get Malik Heath for the false start on that one.
Now I will say quick. The one thing that I don't like how the NFL has aged, personally myself, not specifically the NFL, but I'll say this, not trying to be mean to the younger generation at all or anything like that, but, I'm meaning 15, 16, younger, stuff like that, Gen Alpha, as they call it, whatever it is. It's getting to a point, in my opinion at least, where NFL's viewer ratings are going to drop off. And I'll explain why. It's because, the deep ball has not been there as much as last season. At all. It's just that, these young kids nowadays, all they want to see is offense. They just want to see the good quarterbacks perform, which, granted, everybody does. But it's nice to see a good defensive showdown every once in a while. And the bad thing about that is the younger generation, as I said, not trying to throw shade at them. But all they really want to see is just see Patrick Mahomes throw for 500 yards and 8 touchdowns every single game.
I disagree. I think the NFL's ratings are going to keep going up because they're expanding overseas as the Packers burn a timeout, it'll be 2nd and 15 as the play clock was ticking down. They're expanding overseas. They're growing their international popularity. Not only that, you still have enough high-scoring games. People are going to watch. I mean, look at Ravens Bengals. It's one of those things. The NFL is such a big brand. Their viewers might go down a little bit one year to the next, but it's not going to be anything anything significant at all, because they're just too big of a brand.
I'll say this. I think it's time that we called the dynamic kickoff a failure.
What was that?
I said I think it's time that we called the dynamic kickoff a failure. A fail.
I think so, just because I think fans miss the aspect. Like I said, really the only problem I have with it is just the onside kick. You can't surprise onside kick anymore. Other than that, I don't mind it. I mean, it's safer, prevents injuries, and most of the time in the NFL, nobody's returning a kickoff anyways. And they're talking about moving where they line up at farther back, so that way it gives more room for a return. As Love on 3rd and 12 gets pressured, he's rolling out to his right. He's going to run with it. He's going to take a hit, but have a first down.
Bo Nix having himself a day. Jeez.
Yeah, he is. He's playing great. The Broncos up 34-10. Jacobs the run now. He's going to have about 8 yards. And he goes down at the 50-yard line. The Packers have already taken off over 4 minutes of clock so far on this drive. 8 plays. They've gone 43 yards. Remember, they started back at their own 7.
In your opinion,
it's been a good drive so far for the Packers, doing everything you want to do, taking up a lot of time, letting your defense rest, moving the ball down the field, and keeping the clock running. Again, the handoff to Jacobs. He's going to bounce outside. He's going to have a first down.
In your opinion, who has been the most surprising rookie this season?
I think for most people, it's probably been Jaden Daniels. I was really high on him. I thought that's who the Patriots should have took instead of Drake May. Glad that they didn't, though, because I'd much rather see Jaden Daniels in Washington having success there. I would say the most surprising rookie, for me, I would say A.D. Mitchell, and how bad he's been has kind of been surprising. He just hasn't done anything, which has been surprising to me. I think another guy, though, is Brian Thomas Jr. I don't think a lot of people expected him to be putting up the numbers that this guy has been putting up. He's just been lighting it up in Jacksonville. He's been the best receiver on that team, and that's a team who has guys like Christian Kirk, who's a very good receiver, been very solid in the league for a while. A guy like Gabe Davis, who, yes, has been very inconsistent, but another guy who's been in the league for a while, and Brian Thomas comes in, and he's been the best receiver. He's been the best receiver.
Real quick. Christian Kirk is overrated.
I wouldn't say he's overrated. I don't think he's performing up to expectations this year, but he's been a really good wide receiver the last few years. Let's see. I'm trying to think of another rookie that's been really surprising.
Jared Verse, he hasn't done anything.
Who's that?
Jared Verse, because he has not done anything.
Yeah, he really hasn't done anything either.
Dallas Turner, he hasn't really done anything.
Nah. as the Rams jump off sides. Braden Fisk is going to give the Packers a first down, and he'll put the ball on the Rams' 36-yard line.
Dang, this has already been like an 8-minute drive.
Over 7 minutes off the clock.
Let me ask you this. What does Carolina have to do to actually develop a quarterback?
Get a new owner, a new front staff, and a new head coaching staff. Although I think Canales can really develop Bryce Young, I think Bryce Young's development was just hurt from the past coaching. So we had a offsides on the defense. Now we have a false start. So it's 1st and 15, back up 5 yards for the Packers.
I really wanted the Browns to take Braden Fisk, but.
And speaking of Braden Fisk, a cool story. So the Rams took his college teammate Jared Verse earlier in the draft. Verse actually made the call to Fisk to let him know he was being drafted to the Rams. So pretty cool moment between those two guys there, former college teammates now playing together in the pros.
Yeah, but neither of them played in the bowl game. That's the other thing I'll say. This stuff with going to the NFL draft early, it's getting to be annoying.
I don't mind it because we see what happened with Matt Corral. He chose to play in the bowl game against Baylor, got injured, ended up dropping to a 4th-round pick. As Wicks can't hold on to the football, it'll be 3rd and 15 for Green Bay now. It'd be a 58-yard field goal from here. Time of possession this quarter, the Packers have held the ball for 7 minutes and 23 seconds. The Rams have had it for just 45 seconds.
Corum's just in there on the bench like, let me in.
I know. So 3rd and 15. They try and throw a screen to Emmanuel Wilson, and he's going to lose yards. Back to about midfield. Packers going to have to punt now. Braden Fisk getting out there, making the play. 4th and 24 is a loss of 9 on the play. Puts the Packers back at the 50, and they're going to have to punt it.
As of right now, I ask you this quick. As of right now, it according to you, obviously, is Washington a true threat in the playoffs?
I think they're a threat to make the playoffs. I don't think they're going to do anything if they get there. As the punt is fair caught back at the 9. With 6:02 to play, the Rams will take over there, but we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with you guys as the Rams try to go down the field and get back in this game. So we are back. First down pass from Stafford is complete for 8 yards to Parkinson. Bring up a 2nd down and 2.
Oh.
Stafford dropping the throw again. Left that one short. Parkinson was open for a first down. Just left it short. Threw it at his feet. Bring up a 3rd down and 2 now with 5:37 to go in this game.
Well, let me ask you this quick. Is Arizona's only trailing by 2 to the 49ers, by the way. With 150 left and they had the ball. Do you see a world as of right now with how the Texans are playing that they are the number 1 seed and get a bye week in the playoffs?
Who is that?
Do you see a world where Houston gets the bye in the first week of playoffs with the number 1 seed this year?
Potentially. I don't know, though. There's still a lot left. I think the Ravens are getting hot. They're playing good ball. Obviously, the Chiefs still unbeaten. So a lot to still unfold. I think it's possible, though, as they're going to get the Rams for an eligible receiver downfield. That'll wipe away a 9-yard completion.
No, it would be
Oh,
interesting.
never mind. They just switched it. 12 players on the field on the Packers. The ref gave the wrong signal at first.
No, it would be interesting if
So the Rams, a 9-yard completion to Whittington, 2nd and 1. Stafford looking to throw. Going deep. He's got Whittington. What a catch.
I think both of our score predictions might fall through.
I think so.
You know, there's nothing more than
again. It's
multitasking.
Whittington. And he's down to the 33 of the Packers. 1st and 10, 4:40 to go. The Rams showing a little bit of life here, and they still have 3 timeouts, so they can score and stop the clock to get the ball back. It'll be interesting to see. I would assume if they score a touchdown here, they go for 2.
You know,
Stafford to the sideline for Tutu Atwell, pickup of about 6 on first down, and bring up about a 2nd down and 4.
You know, there's nothing more interesting, more fun on a Sunday than watching a game, calling a game, and playing Madden with the Browns, absolutely destroying the Commanders 222-3.
For sure. As Tutu Atwell on 2nd and 3 gets the catch up to the 20-yard line, as the Cardinals have just kicked a field goal to go up by 1 on the Niners with a minute and a half to go. San Francisco out of timeouts. Can Brock Purdy lead a drive down the field? As Stafford again to Atwell on the sideline. Green Bay needs to call a timeout here. They're down to the 11. That's all they've done is just thrown the ball to the sideline. The entire drive for the most part. And they just can't – the Packers can't stop it.
The Niners have all the talent in the world to go down and win this game. It's just a matter of can they do it.
Exactly. I mean, Brock Purdy's 100% capable of doing it. That'll be something to watch as that one nears an end. This one nearing an end too. 4:06 to play. 2nd and 2 for the Rams at the 11. To give to Williams. He's got a first down to the 6. Under 4 to play. Excuse me. It'll be 1st and goal from about from the 6-yard line for the Rams. Kyren Williams, big game for him. 93 yards on 20 carries and a touchdown. See if the Rams can punch it in here, make it a 4-point game.
I'm tied in my fantasy game
There's going to be a false start on the Rams. So that'll be 1st and goal from the 11.
Tied on my fantasy game.
You tied up now?
Yep, it all comes down to Jawan Jennings for me. All of his players are done.
Wow. So you need Jennings to get
catch.
all you need him to get is a catch. All right, you're at the 11-yard line, 3.5 minutes to go. Stafford drops back. Throws to the end zone, a little too high for Parkinson, but they're going to call pass interference. And that was in the end zone. That's going to put the ball at the 2-yard line for the Rams. They'll have it first and goal at the 2 with 3:34 to go.
Do you think the Bengals season is over?
It's not over, but it's going to be hard to get back.
I'm assuming you will say that the Brown season is over, though.
Oh, yeah. They don't have offense, and the defense isn't playing like it was last year, and that's the problem.
Well, let me ask you this. If you're the Browns, obviously with Nick Chubb back at practice, now knowing that the season is basically over, do you just wait to bring Nick Chubb back till next year?
I think so. Just let him heal up. He's your best offensive player. He was your offensive identity. As Robinson scores the touchdown for the Rams, it's 24-19.
Got a ball game now.
Here.
Okay, it's time to stop playing Madden and actually listen to this ball game.
As Stokes slipped, which he was beat anyways on the outside leverage. It would have been a more difficult pass and catch, but he slipped, and that left Robinson wide open. Wide open as they're going for 2 now. Jair Alexander on the sideline watching. He's out again this week. As the whistles blow, the Rams did not get this one off in time. It's either going to be delay a game or they're going to have to burn a timeout, which the timeout would be big. Obviously, still the 2-minute warning, so not a killer. And actually, it's going to be a timeout on Green Bay.
Rams just caught a huge break.
Yeah, they did. The clock ticking down. I don't know if they got the snap off, if they would have got the snap off in time.
Any predictions for Steelers-Cowboys tonight?
No idea what the score is going to be, but I got the Steelers winning that one.
Seriously?
I think the Steelers are going to win it. Their defense is great. The Cowboys can't stop the run game.
So do you think Justin Fields is going to have his best game of the season?
I don't know about that, but I think he's going to have a good game. I think Justin Fields is a good quarterback. Tutu Atwell on the jet sweep. They don't get the 2-point conversion. Good stop from the Packers there. Xavier McKinney, Keyshawn Nixon in the backfield to make the stop. 24-19 is where we sit.
Do you think with how Justin Fields is playing right now that he might not actually be a bust and he's actually coming back like Sam Darnold did?
I never thought Justin Fields was a bust to begin with. I thought the Bears sucked. They didn't build an offensive line around him. They blamed all their issues on him. And now you see what they've got. They've got a new quarterback, their Lord and Savior at quarterback. And what's he doing? The same thing Caleb Williams did, because they still have the same problems. They didn't fix any of them. It had nothing to do with Justin Fields. Honestly, I think Justin Fields will have a better NFL career than Caleb Williams will. I think Justin Fields is a better quarterback. But the Bears wanted to blame all their problems on Justin Fields. They trade him away for basically nothing to the Steelers. And look at what Pittsburgh's doing with him. He's looking good in an offense with pieces around him that are much better than what he had in Chicago. But he's playing better because he's got a better offensive line, and he actually has a run game as well, which is big. He was the Bears' offense last year. They blamed all their problems on him when really all of their success was because of him. So I think Justin Fields is going to be a good quarterback in the NFL for a good solid amount of time. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with you guys for the last 3.5 minutes in just a second. All right, so we are back. Unrelated score update. The Mets tied the Phillies in the top of the ninth with 1 out, 1 on. Vientos with his second homer of the game, and they're tied in Philly. The Mets up 1-0 in that series as the Rams
Bryce Harper
elect to
does not
not
look the
go for
same.
the onside kick. They're going to kick it deep. And, I mean, they got 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time here to get stops. They're tied at 6 as we go to the bottom of the ninth. The kickoff is away, and it's going to be out the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Speaking of unrelated things, who do you got winning the World Series this year?
No idea. I got no idea. If I had to pick, I'd say the Yankees or the honestly the Mets right now. I would love to see a Yankees Mets World Series. I would love to see
it'd
that.
also be fun. Mets Guardians, because that would be Francisco Lindor coming back to Cleveland.
Yeah. I think historically though, Mets Yankees, I would love that. Just with the Subway Series, been a while since we've had that. I would love that for the World Series. Jacobs, the first down run, he's got a first down up to the 44.
Intercepted by the Cardinals, and they're going to win it. Cardinals got an interception near midfield, and they'll win the game.
Yep, they won it 24-23.
I called it. Huge win for the Cardinals there.
Yeah, what a way to bounce back for Arizona after being down and just got the crap beat out of them by Washington last week. What a way to bounce back for them.
Jacobs running over everybody on a 10-yard run there.
As the Rams use their first timeout. That'll stop it at 3:23. That sets it up. They'll use the other 2 and the 2-minute warning.
You have any bets for tonight?
Another first down will pretty much seal it. What was that?
I said, you have any parlays or bets down for the Steelers-Cowboys game tonight?
Not on that one, but I did have one running that was just blown from the that was just blown by the Niners.
And that was that they were going to win?
No, I had them over 28.5 team points, or 27.5 team points. They didn't get there. So 1st and 10 for the Packers, 3:23 to go. The Packers in the first half, just 48 rush yards, 80 rush yards here in the second half. As on 1st and 10, Jordan Love under center. Why are we trying to throw the football?
It's starting to sound like me when I watch the Browns. Why are we trying to throw this ball?
Tried the RPO. I mean, it was open, but you run the risk of what just happened. You get the ball knocked down. The clock stops. The Rams hold on to a timeout with 3:20 to go. Need a first down if you're Green Bay here. Packers just get the snap off. Jacobs going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. With 3:15 on the clock, the Rams take their second timeout.
Who do you have winning the Cy Young this year for baseball?
And National League will be Chris Sale without a doubt. AL probably Tariq Skubal.
I would assume you would say that runner-up would have to be Emmanuel Clase in NFL, not even really close.
You mean in the AL?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Runner-up in the AL has to be Emmanuel Clase if he doesn't win it.
He won't win it. He won't win it.
But
I think he'll finish third. I don't know who'll finish second ahead of him necessarily, but that award favors starting pitchers. There's a deep shot looking for Wicks. Is incomplete. He was deep and it went through his hands.
Well, let me ask you this. Does Clase deserve to win the Cy Young?
No.
Why do you say that?
Because Skubal was better all season long, much better.
So please explain to me how he's better than a L.27 ERA.
Because he's a starting pitcher. He goes through the lineups multiple times a game, not just come in for 3 batters in a few innings. Also, 2 innings at most in each game.
Clase's only walked 5 guys all year. He set the franchise records for most saves in a single season of all time with 47 in Guardians history. He's the league leader in saves and all of MLB. He has the nastiest cutter in all baseball. Nobody can contend with that. And I think that's one thing that you could probably at least agree on with him. He probably has the nastiest cutter in baseball.
Probably. I would say so. As Parkinson, a 9-yard gain and then stop there. But you can't argue with Skubal. I mean, he's first in the MLB in record. He's 18-4. Second in ERA, 2.39. First in strikeouts, 228. Second in whip at .92. He's a starting pitcher. He's winning the Cy Young. As a deep pass looking for Whittington is incomplete. Going to be 3rd and 1 with 2.5 minutes to go. Skubal's going to win. Skubal's going to win the Cy Young. There's no argument about it. Him and Chris Sale are the Cy Young winners.
But if there's a bullpen Cy Young winner, it would 100% be Emmanuel Clase.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not going to compete with a starting pitcher. That's not how the award works. As Kyron Williams runs it ahead to the 46 for a first down on 3rd down and 1. Rams at their own 45.
Well, what I'm getting at, why I'm saying Clase is better is because how are you going to hit a cut fastball? Keep in mind, a cutter coming at you at 102, 103 miles an hour.
It doesn't matter because nobody can hit Skubal either, so it doesn't matter. As Whittington with a nice catch for a first down for the Rams. Actually, no, that ball hit the ground. That's going to be incomplete. Yeah, he lost that one when it hit the ground.
The Giants are going to beat the Seahawks. It appears 30-20.
That one's going to be incomplete as well, as Stafford got nailed as he let it go. It's going to be 3rd and 10, 2:03 on the clock. Kenny Clark came straight through the middle of the line and hit Stafford as he let that one go.
I'm calling it. Jose will hit a homer on Scooble tomorrow in the ALDS.
No.
Yeah. Have you seen Jose's stats against him? He's like the only guy that can hit against him. He's batting 298 against him and 4 homers, along with 15 RBIs.
As Parkinson on 3rd and 10, they're gonna have him just short. It's gonna be 4th and 1, 1:57 to go. We've hit the 2-minute warning. And the Rams going to have to
nasty hit there.
Oh, I think he got that first down. I'm sure they'll review it during the 2-minute warning. I think he got that first down. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what stats you have, what opinion you have. You could come up. You can have any stat in the world that you want. Clase's not winning the Cy Young over Scooble.
I know, but I just
happening. And he doesn't deserve it over Scooble either.
He is a more lethal pitcher than he is. If you look at it from terms of that, I'm not saying as a starter. I'm saying as stuff they throw to get people out and strike people out. He has a more lethal arsenal than he does. Passe.
Possibly, but Scooble's 100% more valuable than Clase is.
Well, would you rather have a guy that can win you games, or would you rather have a guy that can win you games?
I mean, Scooble's 100% more valuable. Anybody who knows baseball knows you would much rather have a starting pitcher who can go 7 innings, not allow any runs, 1 run at most games, put you in a perfect position to win than a guy who's going to come in and pitch an inning and close the deal off.
You know, the most innings Clase's pitched this year in 1 game has been 4 1/3 as a closer.
Yeah, but he can't consistently do that. He probably didn't pitch in the next 2 or 3 games.
He pitched the next game an inning and 2/3. Struck out all 5 batters.
I mean, yeah, that's great. He went some innings, but that doesn't change. He's not as valuable as Scooble. And if you actually know baseball, you can't argue that. You just can't argue that at all.
Well, with how valuable the Guardians' bullpen is in general. Well, I will say one thing that I'm sure me and you could agree on, and it's not even really close. Guardians have the best bullpen in the MLB by a mile.
They have the best bullpen remaining. The Brewers had the best bullpen, but they're out now. As the 4th and 1, Williams hit a yard behind the line, but just keeps fighting through, has a first down.
Okay, explain to me how the Brewers have a better bullpen than the Guardians.
Look at the numbers. The Brewers had a better bullpen. We're trying to call a football game. Stafford, drop it back to throw, 1st and 10. Going to dump it underneath the Whittington. The ball was on the ground. They're going to call that one incomplete. Go look at the numbers, though. The Brewers' bullpen was better than the Guardians' bullpen was. More people in that Brewers bullpen scare you than they do in the Guardians. I think that's going to stand as a catch for the Rams, which will put them inside the 40 with about a minute and a half to go. That's got to be a catch. Yep, after the review, it was a catch. So that is going to put the Rams at the 38-yard line with 1:33 to go. The clock will run on the official's whistle. So there will be a 10-second runoff. McVay is going to hold on to that timeout, which is a smart move. That puts the clock at 1:23. Packers need to stop here. As Whittington is going to the locker room for the Rams, not a good look there, not a good sign. He's been their go-to guy on this drive. So 2nd down and 5, 1:23 to go. The clock's going under 1:20 now. They snap it with 1:17. Stafford getting pressured. He's going to get sacked. Back to the 45. Carl Brooks getting in there for the sack. And the Rams are going to call their final timeout. And it'll be 3rd down and 12. Van Ness got the pressure, made Stafford step up. Preston Smith, Carl Brooks getting in there and put Stafford on the ground. So a 5-point game, 1:11 on the clock. 3rd down and 12 from the Green Bay 45 for the Rams. They're out of timeouts. Packers still holding on to 1. Need to stop here. You got to keep them in bounds. They're going to get it to Parkinson. He's going to be short. The clock stays stopped. It's going to be 4th down and 5 now with 1:05 to go. This is for the game right here. The Rams have to get this 1st down to keep the game going. Packers bring the blitz. It's incomplete. Williams in coverage. It's incomplete, and the Packers are going to win the game. As a Packers fan, I'm going to be honest here. I think he got there a little bit early. And that's the 3rd or 4th time he's got there a little early. Let me watch it in slow motion here. Live, it looked like he was there just a bit early. It's close. It's close. I mean, you've let it go all game. It's one of those plays. Either way, somebody's going to be mad. If you call the flag, the Packers are going to be mad because you haven't called it all game either way. But it's one of those, if you're the Rams, you're going to be mad because it was close. It definitely could have been called. I think either one was the right call. It definitely could have been called, like I said, or you could keep it in the pocket like they've done basically the whole game. So the Packers take a kneel. One more kneel down will do it. as the Packers are going to get the win 24-19 over the Rams. As Jordan Love takes a snap, kneels it down, and that is the ball game. The Packers edge out the Rams. The defense came up big with 2 turnovers. The third quarter is what propelled this Packers team, and then the offense able to just eat up the clock, chew up the clock in the fourth quarter. The Rams had a chance to do it. The defense stood strong when they needed to. The offense made plays when they needed to. McVay and LaFleur, 2 good close friends, meet at midfield. Give their little talk. But the Packers are moving to 3-2 on the year, 2-1 on the road as the Rams drop to 1-4 and suffer their first home loss. So we appreciate all of you guys tuning in. Again, we're going to be live on here for Sunday Night Football. Make sure you guys are ready. We'll be going live. Let's see, it's 7:30 in about an hour. So we hope to see you guys there. We